Alright guys, I just want to do a video on my kicker PXIBT100.2 amplifier installation on my 2000 Suzuki Intruder VS800. That's my bike. I do have the Harley Davidson Sportster fairing. I makeshifted it and fabricated it to fit the bike, but I didn't want to put one of them big, huge fairings on it because it kind of looked goofy to me. So I went with this kicker. You do have to buy the amp and the speaker separate, but overall it was worth it to me. I'll do another video for the music and the sound and all that. Like I said, this one's just going to be a little installation video, if you will. Anyway, you start off with the speakers. If you do buy those, they come with two Allen screws, and basically pretty straightforward. They have little rubber pieces right here, you might be able to see them, that help with vibration. Same with the kicker remote. It's actually a clamp, and it screws onto the remote. They did not, at least mine didn't have any rubber pieces, so what I decided to do was I took a piece of 3/4 hose and cut it to fit the clamp, and then slid it and put it all together, so it's pretty solid. I mean, it's actually very solid. And yeah, that helps with the vibration. Anyway, for starters, you're going to need to go right off the power. I decided, because my main battery cable comes up right here to the starter solenoid, so I went directly off of that. I figured that was the best way. Made it pretty short for the fuse run because I just wanted the fuse to sit down in here below the frame, you know, kind of just with all the other stuff. I also have an air compressor and air ride and all that good stuff. But yeah. And then I ran it up to here. I put some little some braided wire loom and heat shrink and kind of tried to make it look professional. And then it goes to the yellow wire, which is going to be your hot at all times. As you saw, hot at all times, hooked straight to the battery. And then this one, I actually just took a little test light, and I got a bunch of little butt connectors right here. I just took my test light and hooked it to ground and just sat here and flipped the key and checked each butt connector until I got one that came on with the key on. And I started the bike, made sure it stayed on, and then I used that one as my ignition source. So basically, whenever that turns on, it turns the amp on, everything on the bike stays running. You will have RCAs and I forget the other one. I think it was, you have an aux, I think that's what it was. And then that's for your RCAs. And then you have a USB on the very back side of the amp. And then you also have your low pass filter. I'd show you guys that, but mine, as you see, is like buried. And what I did is I cut out the air box, made a big hole. The amp fits so perfect in there, and it has like a little slit in the back, and I mean, it literally slid into that slit. And I was able to just kind of push it in there and drill holes and then zip tie it. So I mean, it's solid. But yeah. Sorry, I was trying to show you it's solid. But anyway, and then you'll have your speakers out right here, which I just soldered up, wired in. One goes up to that side, one goes up to that side. Follow basically the wires you already got on the bike, you know, make it easy. And then what's left? You will have a remote out. I'm not really sure why they included the remote out. Maybe if you had another amp, you know, or a subwoofer amp that you wanted to install, you could run off of that. But yeah, it's pretty basic, straightforward. I'll show you real quick what it's like. So you turn the key on, and I mean, it instantly comes on. Bluetooth hooks up right away, turns off with everything else. But I paid $400 for the amp and $200 for the speakers, so $600 total for the kicker system. And even at $600, I really don't have any complaints. You know, the only thing I would have did different is I would have added a piece of rubber, like how you do the speakers here, kicker. If you do watch this video, I would have added a piece of rubber there, you know, with your little clamp, so it you know, we don't have to do it. Be nice to get what you pay for, but overall I'm very satisfied, very happy. Like I said, I'll do another video showing the amp playing, but like I said, there just wasn't very many installation videos on these amps and how people did it, but that was how I did it. Thanks, guys.